up, everyone? Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Let me pull up the comments. I'm actually pretty unprepared for the stream right now. If you don't know, I actually do a show with Star Wars Only and the Great Council over on Star Wars Only's channel. We do it every Fridays, and I just came from there. I should put a link from the video here. You see this is how unprepared I am. But anyways, thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Let me go through the comments. We got a lot of comments for the stream start. Thank you, everyone, for showing up, and I'm really grateful. Let's read. Hey, Ambassador. Hey, Goldman. As soon as I'm done with the other stream, I'll be over to hang with you. Thank you, Ambassador. Ambassador's an old friend. He's been there with me from the beginning. We haven't really worked together much, but we've been talking, and so thank you for showing up. Master Fortnite, of course I remember. You were there from all my Clone Wars streams. I miss those Clone Wars streams. I really do. I was considering doing them for the Mandalorian documentary one, and I did one. I actually got decent views, but I'm not here to do views. I mean, do I like views? Yes, but I didn't really enjoy, reacting to them. And even though they get me views, I'm not gonna do something just because it gets me views. I want to actually enjoy what I do. Yes, I do. Clone Wars. This is my boy, the Gungan Dungeon. We have been working together. We did a episode of his podcast on his channel as well. I'm going to take the time to put everyone's channel links. Can I edit descriptions on StreamYards? I think I can. Yeah. All right, I'll do that later. But yeah, Gungan Dungeon, great friend. Check out his channel if you're interested in Hot Toys reviews. And if you're interested in just seeing more of me, I've been on his podcast. So great friend. Legend. Thank you. This guy, I believe he found me from Star Wars Only's podcast, and he's given me some of the nicest comments. And I just want to say thank you so much. Your comments really mean more to me than you could ever know. Because again, I want to do YouTube to make this community a better place, and to see that I'm really affecting just even one person. And it just really means the world to me what you said. So thank you so much, Arthur Wacker. I really appreciate your comments. Hey, Irish. Good to see you as always. Nerd a lot. Hey, thank you for coming, everyone. Let me catch up with the comments. What up? Thank you. See, am I live now? Thank you. Sorry, I was about to say thank you for reaching 200. Thank you. My YouTube journey has been really surprising to me. Starting tomorrow is my 3-month anniversary of when I started YouTube again. If you saw my ranking video, I believe in the first 3 minutes, I talk about how I quit YouTube twice before. And both times I kind of just stopped. I wasn't in it for the right reasons. I did YouTube because I just kind of wanted to be popular, have my opinion heard. But now I realize it's more about having fun and really just bringing value to your audience. And if there's people that are frustrated with Disney, Star Wars, or just anything in Star Wars, and I can make them not so much like it, but appreciate it and just see Star Wars in a more positive light, then I'll consider that a success, regardless of how many views or subs I get. Have you gotten to doing the Force Unleashed or any canon video games like Fallen Order? I played Fallen Order when it came out. I grinded it for 3 days straight, almost. It was very unhealthy, but I did finish it. But I haven't played any other ones. I did a 2-hour stream for Republic Commando, but the game was fine, but I didn't really enjoy streaming it as much, and my quality was kind of poor, and I don't want to put out poor quality non-streaming. Okay. Zaywig, congrats on 200 subs. You're one of my favorite YouTubers. I respect your opinions on your rankings of the movie Skip the Good Work. Zaywig has been one of my first supporters of this channel. His support and my friendship with him means the world to me. So if you're still watching, Zaywig, thank you for everything you've done. We joke around a lot, but I really do appreciate the friendship that we have. So thank you for being there for me during this whole process. Hey, Ambassador, thank you for showing up again. What's your reaction to Darth Vader being at the end? For Fallen Order. It was kind of spoiled for me. I follow the Star Wars leaks subreddit, so I did see it beforehand. It was nice. I don't get excited seeing characters I've seen before. I thought the Vader appearance at the end of Clone Wars, if you remember my reaction, I don't watch my reactions ever really. But I did watch that when Vader showed up. I was like, no, but I really like the Vader scene in Clone Wars, and him showing up in Fallen Order was fun. I wasn't too excited, but it was just nice to see him. And Fallen Order, I'm really looking forward to seeing where that series goes. And yeah, it's really great. See, I'm gonna, in the meantime, while not many people are here in the comments, I am gonna actually plug some of the channels of the people that have really been here to support me throughout this whole process. I'll put the links in the comments instead of actually putting in the description, because do anyone actually, does anyone actually read the descriptions of videos? I don't know. I almost forgot to say happy late 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back. It's the best Star Wars movie. Check out my rankings if you want to see what my actual rankings were. Michael S., your picture's not showing up, but Michael S. has also been a great supporter of mine. He's been there on my streams, and you watch all my videos. So thank you so much, Michael S. I really appreciate your support as well. I always love your enthusiasm about the sequels. It's just so nice to see people so enthusiastic, especially the way you feel about The Rise of Skywalker. Something that's so great about being empathetic towards other people's opinions is that even though movies like The Rise of Skywalker, even though I don't think they're particularly good, when I see other people just so happy about it and so positive, it's just a great feeling. I'm so glad that so many people love that movie. I wish more people loved it. But I'm grateful that there's a decent portion of people who do. I do, lol. The Spirit 21. Who do you think shot first, Han or Greedo? Well, it depends which version of A New Hope we're watching. In the canon version, well, they changed all the damn time. Technically, Greedo never shot, if you want the real answer. I'm free if you want to send the link. I appreciate the ambassador, but I'm just gonna keep this stream to just me. As much as I would love to talk to other people, I kind of just want to have me here, just answer questions for people that may have them. If anyone has any questions about my process, making videos, my story, kind of just with YouTube, I kind of want to just have me on here. But I appreciate that, ambassador. Thank you very much. Han did shoot first, indeed. No problem, going in. You're good at what you do. Yeah, I love The Rise of Skywalker. Thanks, Michael. And there, your picture is working now. I don't know, it wasn't working for me on my StreamYards, but it's good now. Yeah, thank you, Michael S., for showing up. I really appreciate seeing you. Who got you into Star Wars? These are the questions I like. So, fun fact. Most people, they say, like, oh, their dad got them into Star Wars. But for me, it was actually my mom. My dad has yet to ever see a Star Wars movie. It's like a weird feeling. My friends laugh, like, oh, I'm such a big Star Wars fan, but my father hasn't seen them. It's weird. He does appreciate my passion for the franchise. It's just not something he's interested in. But my mom got me into them. I don't remember at what age. I had this conversation on Star Wars Only's channel where I don't remember seeing Revenge of the Sith in theaters. I know I went because my mom told me, but I don't have like a first memory of Star Wars. It's kind of just always been there. And then there was a period of time where it wasn't my hobby anymore. And then I think around 2011-ish, I got back into it. I watched the movies like every day. And then they announced, and Disney bought Star Wars, they announced episode 7. And I was a little nervous about it. Change is always something that's challenging to accept at first, but then I got into it, and now I love the sequels, and I'm Disney's biggest shill. Do you have something called Discord? I am on a Discord, but I don't have my own Discord. And if I don't think I'm even remotely big enough to have my own Discord, but yeah, I do have something called Discord. Fair enough. Yep. We could voice chat in sometime. Possibly. You've been there for me since the start of my stream, so I would love to talk to you one day. I want to start my own channel soon, but I only have a phone. Michael S., I always made excuses for why I wasn't going to do YouTube. I'm in college, and last semester, if you watch my second video about the objectivity with the Ryan Johnson thumbnail, I tried starting YouTube again, and I kind of quit. I wasn't proud of the way my content came out. And even now, when I look back at my first videos I did in February, I'm still not particularly proud of them. I think one thing I have to accept as a creator is that I'm always going to be critical of my work. I feel like everyone's their biggest critic. And one of the biggest things I had to overcome was just putting out content. I mean, people tell me they really love my work, and I'm so grateful for that. But I think if you want to start a channel, you should just do it. Michael S., you shouldn't wait any longer. And don't just post content. I think just posting content, even if it's not the best, I think you should just do it. I first got into Star Wars when I played a game. Which game? LOL, I'm getting my dad and mom into Star Wars. I just got the films myself 5 years ago when I was 11. I love them ever since. Oh, so you got into the films yourself and your parents didn't get you into them. That's interesting. That's an interesting backstory. If you know, there was this old handheld by Leapfrog known as Leapster, and there were these games I had based on Star Wars called Star Wars Jedi Reading. Never heard of them. What is your favorite piece of EU/Legends? So I've only read 4 EU books, the Thrawn trilogy and Shadows of the Empire. I think the Thrawn trilogy is slightly overrated. They were very good books, don't get me wrong, but people praise them as the best Star Wars books. I would not say that. Again, I've only read, if you can see here, and if you see my collection video, you'll know this. This bookshelf here is all my canon stuff. And actually, if you look at the bottom, it's in chronological order. So this part that's where the Rise of Skywalker is. I'm running out of room. But over there, I can't really see it. What happens if I flash my light? Can you see? No. Oh, well. But over there are my EU books. And I have a lot of them. I need to read them. I have Darth Plagueis, and I need to read that so bad. Griffin at the Gungan Dungeon has been recommending that to me. And I really do need to watch it badly. Where am I? My favorite is The Old Republic with Valkorion. You know, it's so funny. I know nothing about the Old Republic. I know there's someone named Revan. And that's it. I really need to play these games. Thanks for asking. In case you aren't aware, Valkorion is actually Sith Lord named Darth Vitiate. I heard Vitiate is someone that's like really powerful or something. My EU lore is very limited. Michael S. There are a lot of channel that run that way. I do some like on my phone. Yeah. I think the important thing with YouTube is just to post content. I think building a nice community is also important. I think the thing that I'm most grateful for about my journey with Star Wars YouTube for the past 3 months has just been the people I've met. You know, the person that got me into this community was Mad Max. I used to watch him before I did YouTube, and then in March he invited me on his stream. I've kind of just been really good friends with him ever since. And through him, I met so many great people. I met people through the Discords. And his relationship with Star Wars Only helped me get that podcast going with him. And it's just so crazy to think that I've been doing YouTube for 3 months. And 3 months ago, if you told me when I first made that video and I had like 20 subs, if you told me that I was going to be doing a podcast with Star Wars Only, you know, the guy who has 55K subs, it's amazing. You don't know what can happen. So that's why whenever you want to take risks, because there was a Star Wars marathon that was planned for Star Wars Day. It was organized by Longa, another really good friend. And Star Wars Only was on there. And we spoke once before that on Max's stream. And I was a little nervous to message Star Wars Only. I was like, should I message him? I don't know. We're not that close. Would it be weird? And I kind of just manned up and messaged him. And now look where we are. So even if you're scared to do something, I always try to just think, you know, taking risks is important. What's the worst that can happen? And that's why I always say, you know, you should just do something. You know, what are the risks? What's really the worst that can happen? If the worst that can happen is that you'll be made fun of, then I feel like it's worth doing, because that's not really a big deal. Yeah, I'm 16. My friends think I'm crazy. I love Star Wars and politics. Definitely not shit for usual teens to be interested in. You know what's something interesting about you? I don't want to talk politics on a channel, but you are a big Trump supporter, I believe, and you love the sequels. You don't see many people that are this big into the fandom have those both opinions. So I think you're very unique in that sense. And actually, I would love to discuss why you think so many conservatives dislike the sequels. I mean, it's an interesting talk. It's an interesting topic. That's a big thing I don't know how to edit. Well, you can learn. You know, YouTube is free. Again, I don't know your situation. Of course, you could have other things going on, but I always just say I think you should try to do whatever you can to just get out content. Vitiate is actually the second most powerful Sith Lord. He was known by many as the Eternal Emperor / Immortal Emperor. So who is the most powerful Sith Lord? I'll ask you that. I'm curious. So did I just skip a bunch of comments? Oh, I'm behind. Every time he died, he used the Force power called Essence Transfer. Isn't that basically what Palpatine did in The Rise of Skywalker? Pretty sure. I just finished a stream where he debated who would win a battle between him and Palpatine. I don't like these like hypothetical battles. They're always too complicated. There's too many variables. Interesting. Who won? Valkorion. I thought so. What's up, Second Street Marvel? We haven't talked much, but I am familiar with your work, so thank you for tuning in. I appreciate seeing you here. Shout out to Second Street Marvel. Go check him out. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right, let me catch up on the comments. Welcome to the Jedi Academy. Thank you, Snowdub. You know, you always make me laugh. I'm gonna be embarrassed if I get this wrong, but you're the one who does the puppet on the streams. That always makes me laugh. So you always entertain me. So thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate seeing you. One of my most infuriating moments in Star Wars history was Chewbacca not getting the medal at the end of New Hope. What is your most infuriating moment from the movies? That's a good question. I like that question. Thank you, with the Spear 21. What is my most infuriating moment? Let me think about this. I'm just typing something quickly. What is my most infuriating? It's not so much a moment, but from the Rise of Skywalker. I honestly think it's my least favorite thing in all Star Wars. The Death Star Destroyers in the Rise of Skywalker. I hate those things with a burning passion so much. Now I'm gonna get back to you. That's my most hated thing. The most infuriated moment. I have to go back to that. Trinity and Snow. As my wife says, can't never do anything that tried. Can't never did anything that tried did. I think I understand what you're trying to say. What are you trying to say? According to Legends, Darth Sidious. Interesting. What is your least favorite and most favorite Star Wars moment? Least favorite? It's hard to say. My favorite scene. By moment, I'm gonna assume you mean scene. My favorite scene is the Vader death scene. There's just few moments. There's few moments in film that I just get emotional watching over and over again. And just seeing Vader redeem himself, honestly, it just really makes me emotional every time. It's my favorite scene in Star Wars. You know, my opinions change on that all the time. My favorite scene used to be the binary sunset scene in New Hope. Just a small scene. Like those small moments to me are always my favorite scenes. But yeah, right now my favorite moment is Vader's death and his redemption. My least favorite moment. My least favorite scene. I don't know if I have one. Again, it's just I just keep on going back to the Death Star Destroyers from the Rise of Skywalker. I hate those things so much. Hey, Ambassador, you're making me twitch saying that. I need to get what up, Cyrus? Yes, I have sequels. I'm part of the GOP. I don't like Haldo or Rose, but I think the main issue with conservatives in this trilogy isn't the movies, people surrounding them, like Johnson. That's fair. It's a fair assessment. Oh yes, Jolly the Blue Puppet hosts my channel and Max is on all the time. I love Jolly the Blue Puppet. You never fail to entertain me. Again, thank you for tuning in my channel. Congrats. Thank you, Second Street Marvel. I really appreciate it. You know, Irish, I owe you an apology. I did tweet out saying that I would change my logo, my profile pic to the Lego Claude if you found it, and you did send me one. But that Claude didn't. I don't know. Something about it didn't look as good. I'm sorry. I do owe you that apology. But I love Lego Claude. You know, if Lego Claude, if Lego Claude's in the Rise of Skywalker video game, if he's a playable character, not the Rise of Skywalker, the Skywalker Saga, Lego Skywalker Saga video game, that would be amazing. I'd love that. My son loved your Lego collection. He has a collection, but it's all in pieces. You know, every time I look at my Lego collection, there's something that hurts because in the back of my basement, I have a box of all the instruction manuals that I have of all the sets because I keep the boxes. But there's some sets from when I was really young, like in the mid 2000s, and the boxes are gone. The sets are long gone, but I have the instruction manuals. There's so many good sets that I used to have that I don't have anymore. And I blame my mom because I have this huge tub of Lego pieces. That's how I built my Lego Death Star. But yeah, if I had those sets, and I think my mom got rid of a bunch of my pieces, so I couldn't rebuild the sets. I wish I had so many more sets. But yeah, thank you. I'm glad he loved my Lego collection. I love Legos. They're too expensive though, so I don't really buy much anymore. One of the funniest Star Wars scenes was when Anakin said that he hates sand. That's, you know what's funny? Those scenes, a lot of the lines in the prequels are still pretty bad, but I've matured enough to know. I think my dog is here. Rena, come here. She doesn't want to come. But I've matured enough where I can look at those lines in the prequels and I just laugh. You know, it entertains me. So again, something I appreciate now. The Gold Man Michael says, if you never tried, then you never grow. So it's better to fall. Exactly. That's a very good quote, Ambassador. Thank you for that quote. I might actually quote it again. I love quotes like that. So thank you. This is off topic from Star Wars, but Goldman, have you ever heard of a game called Wizard 101? No, I have not. Never heard of that. What is it? Raffle, no apology needed. I had remember seeing a picture of Lego Club. Lego Claude. How about this? If there is a Lego set that has Claude, imagine they have a Lego set that has a Lego Claude. I'd have to buy that set. I'd have no choice. Claude's the foundation of my channel. I need a Lego Claude. That's a must. That is a must. My favorite scene is from Revenge of the Sith with Duel of Fates, Blair's, and we see Obi-Wan Anakin go from blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not as big of a fan of the Mustafar fight, but still a good scene. My favorite scene in all of the prequels, I believe I mentioned this in one of my videos. I don't remember which one. My favorite scene by far is, I believe it's called the Padme Reminiscence scene, where it's her and Anakin. Anakin's at the temple, Padme's at her apartment or wherever she lives, and they're just staring across each other from across Coruscant. And it's right before Anakin makes a decision to go confront Palpatine and Mace Windu. I love that scene so much because in the prequels, one of my biggest problems is that Lucas all the characters are always telling each other how they feel. Like Padme's like, Anakin, you're breaking my heart. So like stuff like that. Like rarely in the prequels do characters actually show how they're feeling. So in that scene, there's not a single line of dialogue, but you know exactly what they're feeling, exactly what Anakin's thinking, how Anakin is torn. And that scene in the prequel, I'm going to make a video on that actually, but that scene in the prequels is beautiful and I love it so much. Take a drink quickly. I've tried to keep his collection together, but an occasional Lego does get vacuumed and swept, but I kept the instructions from him too. I can relate to that. When I was a kid, all my sets broke and now they're gone. But I still managed to backstory my Legos. So when I started getting back into Star Wars, I think it was even like before Force Awakens, there was a summer where I just dedicated myself to rebuilding Legos. So I first rebuilt that Lego Venator, but like custom built. What I would do is I would look, because you can look up the instruction manuals for any of the sets online. And in the back of the instruction manuals, they have a chart of all the pieces you need. So I tried to get all the pieces, and all the pieces that I didn't have, I tried to make makeshift pieces. So say I needed a 2x4 like big piece, not a flat one. And say I only had two 2x2s. Then I would do is I put them together and I'd put a small piece underneath it. So it's not a perfect set, but you can clearly tell my set resembles a Venator. So and then I built the Death Star, which was so painful. The amount of times that thing broke trying to build that Death Star, it's insane. So it's gonna suck when I move out because I'm 21. I'm in quarantine. I'm still with my parents because I go to school. When I move out, God knows how I'm gonna move that Death Star. God knows how that's gonna happen. The game is actually an RPG. It's a long story, but I'm sure you'll have fun playing it. Maybe. I'm never gonna say no. I'm not much of a gamer. It's funny. I play a lot of Xbox. But I'm not really a gamer. I do it for the social aspect. I play a few games recently. I've been playing Modern Warfare with some really good friends, and I actually got 2 Warzone wins today. Yes, today. So thank you to my friends who I was playing with. But yeah, I'm not good. And I play a lot of Rainbow Six Siege. And I like to think I'm decent, to be honest. But the people I play with are so much better than me that it makes me look really bad. So my morale is pretty low because I play with such good people, but I like to think I'm actually half decent at the game. Would you want me to hunt it down, LOL? I assume you're talking about a Lego Claude. If you are, then yes. But if not, I apologize because I don't know what you're talking about. Are you excited for Vader Episode 2 by Star Wars Theory? I love the concept of fan films. I think it's something that George Lucas tries to inspire in us. I thought his Episode 1 was fun. I actually really liked the scene in his fan film with Padme when Vader hugs Padme. I really like that scene. But Star Wars Theory, I support him and his work. I really admire what he does, though, that he put hundreds of thousands of dollars of his own money into making this fan film. It doesn't matter how good the fan film is, just the fact that he would do that for his fans is something that's really admirable. So I really respect that. So I'm looking forward. Yeah, in a sense, I'm looking forward to his Episode 2. I will support him on that. Oh, I think I skipped one. No, but the best part of the scene was Yoda and Palpatine fighting as they rise to the crew chamber. the Chamber of the Senate. I love Palpatine, best villain. That was a good scene. It always makes me wonder, just like one of those small, not really nitpicks, but it's funny questions where it's like the next Senate meeting, they're like, hey, Palpatine, what happened here? Why are there so many of our little pods thrown everywhere? It's like a little funny thing. You'll move it very, very, very carefully. There's a 100% chance the thing will break. It's not even stable on its own. If you saw in the video, it's currently propped up by this Rogue One ticket I have that's like framed. So yeah, if I remove that, it falls. So I'm kind of screwed. I might physically have to like carry it somewhere for days. Yeah, I play Xbox a lot more for social stuff too. That's why I think the best thing about video games and social media is the fact that you can talk to anyone, anywhere, across the country or across the world, and you don't have to be physically near them. Old woman, there's not been somebody for, when I first saw that, it was kind of cringe. I like the scene. I just like the idea. I think Rey taking on the name Skywalker is so symbolic of Lucas's message. I forget which video I touched upon that on. It's kind of embarrassing. I don't even have that many videos, but I forget what I talk about and which one. I know it's a hot take, but I actually like the Rey Skywalker stuff. I know. I am in the Senate. Echo Man, big part of the EU Legends is the games. You can get KOTOR 1 or 2 on. I can't read it. You can get KOTOR 1 or 2 on Steam for cheap. I would recommend you try them out. I want to. I've heard so many good things about these stories, and I know they're good. It's partially my laziness, to be honest. Like, there's so many things I want to do. I want to make more videos. I want to try and get 2 out a week, maybe even 3. I do like to play a lot of Xbox, like to watch shows. Right now I'm watching Avatar: The Last Airbender, by the way, no spoilers. So there's so many things I want to do. And now I have school. I mean, not anymore, but I'll be working over the summer for an internship. And I just don't think, like, these games, as good as they are, they're just not on the top of my list, unfortunately. I don't like Star Wars Theory. He has problems with so many. Everyone has their disagreements. I'm curious why you think that way, though. Echo Man, I agree with the ambassador. However, I suggest you open up a game online. Isn't that Tor, like the online MMO for Overlook? I don't know. I have a friend that's really big in all that KOTOR stuff, so I should ask him his opinions on all that. Claude is a freaking mad lad. Claude's the goat. The first time. So I live in an apartment at school. And my roommates, they know I'm a big Star Wars fan. And I told them I was going to buy a Claude cutout. And when I brought it back, they were laughing at me so hard. The thing's so stupid. We have, I'm a college kid. I drink. I have parties in my dorm apartment. And they just laugh at that thing. Because he looks like a giant penis, right? Like if you... Wrong side. This is embarrassing. I'm trying to line up with the camera. What does that look like to you, right? So that's why he's so funny. I love Claude. He's literally the best. I love him. I agree with Ambassador. I don't know what you agree with. I suggest you play Online or Republic. I know I need to. My rank for the Star Wars films. I'm going to read this backwards. Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Solo, A New Hope, The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, Return of the Jedi, Rogue One, Tross, Rise of Skywalker, Empire Strikes Back, and Revenge of the Sith. Interesting rankings. I respect that. And I don't know why. I just like ranking stuff. I guess it's just human nature to kind of put things in the proper orders. But I really like ranking stuff. It's kind of fun. You will learn about bookworm that way. I need to play these games. I do. What's your record for the most times you watch a Star Wars movie in theaters? Rise of Skywalker, I saw 5 times. I actually have behind Claude. Never mind, I'm not gonna do it. But behind Claude, no, I'll do it. It was part of my collection. Over here. I have the popcorn buckets of all the movies, and I actually have the tickets of. I have the ticket for the first time I saw The Force Awakens and the last time I saw The Rise of Skywalker. It's like the bookends. But yeah, I saw Force Awakens 4 times. Rogue One twice, Last Jedi 3 times, Solo twice, and Rise of Skywalker 5 times. I gotta give a shout out to my man, the Gungan Dungeon. He saw Force Awakens like 14 times. People think I'm crazy when I saw Force Awakens 5 times. He saw it 14 times. It's like, how much money is that? It's more than $100, like $150, maybe even 200. Damn. So yeah. Thoughts on Mando season 2? I'm looking forward to it. I'm mildly nervous about all the cameos. This is something that I talked about on the Chatoween show, which is the Star Wars only stream I do. I'm nervous about the Boba Fett cameo because I really don't like Boba Fett at all. But yeah, I'm excited. Season 1 was good. I don't love The Mandalorian. I think it's one of the best work they've done objectively. Just something about it doesn't draw to me like the sequels do. Like, I acknowledge that The Mandalorian's great, but just something about the sequels always hold a special place in my heart. Something like Rebels and Clone Wars just really cut to my core, and Mandalorian has yet to do that. I hope it does. What do you think of the political elements in the prequels? I love it. I wish it was filmed better or it was done better from a narrative perspective. But I love the political aspect of Star Wars. Some of my favorite books, I always turn the wrong way, are the political ones. There's not Lost Stars. There's Catalyst is a great political book. What's the Leia one? Bloodline was a great political book. Tarkin one was very political. Yeah, especially the Bloodline one, because that talks about the politics with the sequels, which is basically non-existent currently. So that's something I really like about. Yeah, I like the politics, especially in the prequels. There's a lot of connections to World War II and like the rise of Hitler. How I'm gonna embarrass myself if I don't get my history right, but Palpatine's rise is very similar to Hitler's rise. There's my Chatoween show pal, Greg Council. Please subscribe to him. He's very close to hitting 1,000 subs, somewhere in 700s. So if you subscribe to me, subscribe to him too. He's been a big friend of the channel. So thank you, Longa, for showing up. I appreciate it very much. Love rings too. Yeah, I know, something about ranking videos is just fun. Hey Gilman, I have a personal issue with Rey taking the Skywalker name. She wasn't adopted by anyone from the family. As an adoptee, I take offense to that scene. She's in a Skywalker. I understand that. The way I see it is that when Rey was on Tatooine, she looked off into the distance. That Luke and Leia kind of, I guess, subtly like nod, like they're smiling at her. Like, I guess she's like, she's basically looking at them for approval. And they're kind of, the smiling. They probably know what she's thinking. There's a lot of interpretations there. But the way I always saw it was when she says, like, I'm Rey, and the older woman's like, Rey, who? She looks off at them. She's like kind of asking for the permission, like, can I be part of this family? And they say yes, basically. So that's why she says Rey Skywalker. But I'm not an adoptee, so I can't relate to what you're saying. I'm sorry that you take offense to that scene. But that's always how I interpreted the scene from the film. I rank a lot of movie stuff too. I want to do more ranking videos, to be honest. Not too many. Like, maybe I rank my favorite characters, rank my favorite scenes. I'm a little conflicted because I do want to make videos of my favorite scenes in each of the movies. There's so many, Attack of the Clones. I can do them all except for the 2 spin-off and Phantom Menace. I feel like every other movie I can really make like a 5 to 8 minute video talking about my favorite scene. But with the Phantom Menace, Rogue One, and Solo, I don't think there's a scene that I'm just really passionate about. I gotta think though. I gotta try. I gotta be watching the movies. She took it because they were the closest family to her she knew. So technically, yes, they did adopt her, considering the Force goes. That's how I see it. I love the political elements of the prequels. From a lore perspective, I love the prequels storyline so much. I just really like the political aspect of the prequels, especially in the Clone Wars. But from a narrative perspective, I think the Phantom Menace scene is like the most boring scene in all of Star Wars. I do think it's the worst scene in all of Star Wars. The Coruscant scene in the Phantom Menace. I honestly want to fall asleep during that scene. But from a lore perspective, I love it. So that's why I can watch the movies and enjoy them, because I can look at them from a history standpoint instead of actual films, which I think is more fun. I wish more people did it that way. And I don't even like Rise of Skywalker. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry you didn't like it. Aftermath is extremely political. The Aftermath books, I read them. Are they? Yes, there's a lot of Empire political stuff. There's not as much, though, as other books. Am I behind on my comments? I don't know. Thank you, Coin, for tuning in. Bloodline 1 was awesome. It was. I read it a long time ago. That was, I think, the second Star Wars book I read. The first one I read was Tarkin, and then... it was Tarkin, then Bloodline. One of the most annoying things about my collection is that I want to get all the hardbacks, but I started collecting just after they relaunched the canon, like a year later. So the first 5 canon books, A New Dawn, Tarkin, Heir to the Jedi, Lords of the Sith, and Battlefront, Twilight Company. I have those on softcover, which sucks. I want the hardcovers, but they're expensive and it's not worth it. But I really want them. I love Rebels and Clone Wars and Mandalorian. See, it's just so nice when you really love everything. You know, I'm not gonna be disingenuous to myself and lie and say I love certain things I don't. But when you just respect certain things and you really appreciate certain things, it just feels better. Like I don't like a lot of I don't like the spin-off movies, but I appreciate them a lot. And it's nice to see that so many people love Rogue One. I don't understand it, but I'm really glad to see so many people love Rogue One. Do I need to watch Clone Wars movie before the actual series? Yes, you do, because that's the introduction to Ahsoka. Do you need to? I mean, no, you don't need to, but you should. Yes, because Ahsoka is the face of the Clone Wars, and she's by far the best thing about it. So yes, if you want Ahsoka's introduction, then yes. The movie sucks, but Ahsoka's introduction is necessary. It's not a long movie, too. It's only like an hour and a half. It's pretty short. I don't see it that way, but that's your opinion. That's fine. See, that's what Star Wars is about. You respecting other people's opinions. You can disagree with me and Irish Ambassador, and I love that. I love having discussions where people disagree. But as long as we respect each other, that's the most important thing. Thumbs up. How did she know Luke was from Tatooine? And where did that old lady come from in the middle of the desert? There's probably had some conversation with Leia about Luke's origins. And also, isn't it kind of common knowledge at that point? Like Luke Skywalker is basically a myth. You know, Rey knew about Vader's redemption. So, I mean, I guess it's not uncommon to think that Rey knew about Tatooine. And if not, Leia probably told her. It's not that far-fetched of a thing to believe. Where did that lady come from? No clue. Maybe she was off in the distance, saw the Falcon land, and was like, oh, what's that? I'm going to go check it out. Those are questions I don't think about. It's not too important. Because it's Luke Skywalker's celebrity status, I'm sure she already knew. Yeah. My favorite scene in Rogue One is Vader. Second favorite is Tarkin just owning Krennic. You know, the Vader scene, it's fun to watch, but a scene like that's never going to be my favorite scene. I like the much smaller emotional scenes. If I had to say what was my favorite scene in Rogue One, I would say it's the scene where Jyn watches the tape of her father. Just like small, like the family moments are what really get me. And I really like the scene. I thought Felicity Jones's acting was great. Hey, Goldman, we all see things differently. That's my perspective, and I understand yours as well. As to the Rise of Skywalker and as to Rise of Sidious and Hitler, there's a direct link. Lucas did on purpose. Lucas was very on the nose with his like references to history and stuff. And Tatooine isn't without inhabitants, so I wasn't surprised by the words. Yeah. Rogue One is just so dark when it comes to the Death Star. I love the concept of Rogue One. I love the feel of it. I don't like the characters at all. I actually like them a lot more in their books. I always point the wrong side, and I always lean the wrong way. I like them a lot more in the books. The Jyn Erso young adult novel, Rebel Rising, was a pretty good book. So if you like Rogue One, you should get that book. Probably get it for like $10. What's one thing you could change about Star Wars? I wouldn't have had Leia be Luke's twin. It makes sequels so much easier. I think I can change. I don't like changing things. I assume you mean from a narrative perspective. Like, yeah, I would have liked the sequels to be more planned. That's an obvious one. If there's one thing that I would change, it'd be get rid of those stupid Death Star destroyers in Rise of Skywalker. That is easily my least favorite thing about Star Wars. I hate those things so much. You know, and it's a movie I like overall, but those Star destroyers I hate so much. I really don't say I hate things a lot in Star Wars, but I passionately dislike those Star destroyers. The Zeiston class Star destroyers. I hate those things so much. What do you think is the worst scene in Star Wars history? Worst scene in Star Wars history. This is the famous midichlorian scene. See, it's hard to say. I don't think about these things that much. Like, what do I dislike the most? Like the Death Star destroyer thing. That's just something that hit me instantly. But what my worst scene in Star Wars? Someone asked me this earlier, and I just don't know how to answer that. The Coruscant scene in Phantom Menace, I'd say. It's so boring, and the political aspect is just not too interesting given the context of the movie. So I'd say that's the worst scene. The Coruscant scene in the Phantom Menace. Goldman, hello there. Tech Solo has been he's been supporting me a lot on Twitter. So thank you for tuning by. It's really good to see you, and I appreciate you tuning in. So thank you. I just saw the Phantom Menace again. It was a struggle. Yeah, that's unfortunate. No, I don't like watching something and not enjoying it. But The Phantom Menace is a struggle for me to watch, unfortunately. But I'm glad so many people love it. You know, I saw a tweet today where I saw a lot of appreciation for the movie on its anniversary. Don't get me wrong. I have a lot of respect for The Phantom Menace for what it did for the lore, or for just filmmaking in general. You know, Lucas really did push the bounds. If it wasn't for Jar Jar, we wouldn't have Gollum in Lord of the Rings. So I respect the movie a lot. I did enjoy the political part of the prequels. Honestly, I have gotten older. I can appreciate them more. Same here. Seeing Palpatine play the game against the Jedi is so beautiful. I agree. You just have to make sure you don't think too much about it. I gotta be careful about that. Why do you like The Last Jedi? Oh, God. Why do I like The Last Jedi? So many reasons. My biggest reason is because of Luke. You know, that's like the hottest take. But this is something that grew on me more. And my first video on my channel, I talked about this more. Because shortly after the Last Jedi came out, and actually a little bit after Solo came out, I went through something that was tough personally. It wasn't too drastic, but for me, it was tough to handle. And I was made to feel like that there was nothing I can do to fix certain situations, that it was just because of who I am that things went badly. So that was hard to handle. And then I watched Last Jedi again. I realized that's what Luke basically went through. And to see that someone like Luke Skywalker, this hero, can fall from grace, that he's not vulnerable to making mistakes, that he can come back from those mistakes. To see someone like him learn from those mistakes and have so much heartbreak, but still do the right thing and still save the galaxy, and to learn that you aren't defined by your mistakes, you're defined by your actions in the present. It's just so beautiful. That's why I love the crate scene so much, and Luke's death in general. Maybe I would have liked it if he survived, sure. But just his arc throughout the movie, I love so much. And I love Rey and Kylo too. Rey's one of my favorite characters. I'm actually making a video about that, sort of. I'm making a video on it coming out this Sunday, is about Rey's introduction in The Force Awakens. I think it's like one of the best scenes in all Star Wars. And Rey's another character I love. So yeah, that's why I like The Last Jedi. My favorite Clone Wars episode is The Phantom Apprentice. So good. I like Star Destroyers from 9. Oh, I'm really glad you like those Star Destroyers from 9. I despise them. The Phantom Apprentice, is that the second one of the Mandalorian Caesar Mandalore arc? I believe it's the second one. That framed poster behind you is quality. This one? No, this one? Zach Beatty, watch my collection video, and you will see I have a lot of nice posters. And I have this nice poster that I don't believe I've ever shown. Let me get my mirror because I don't want to move my computer. But this is the mirror I did my streams with. But behind my computer, so you can see my computer there, behind it I have this nice poster of the Praetorian Guards and Snoke just watching over me. It's a fucking great poster. So I love that poster. I have so many posters, you wouldn't believe the amount of posters I have. My favorite, if you can hear me, I hope you guys can hear me. My favorite poster is this one. The Last Jedi teaser poster. I don't know, just maybe I'm so biased, but I think that poster is just so great. I love it so much. What's your favorite John Williams track from the sequels? Rey's theme, easily. Rey's theme, I can listen to that all day. Least favorite scene in Star Wars is all of Tatooine Episode 1. Really? The pod race is all right, I suppose. I have a tickle in my throat today. It's kind of annoying. Was everyone, hey, superhero reviews. I don't believe we've met. But thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate the support for the channel. Thank you. The Last Jedi is awesome. Agreed. Remember, a lot of people don't like The Last Jedi, and that's fine. I've come to terms that most of the fandom does not like the movie. I feel a sense of sadness that so many people don't like it. I just think it's important not to judge others based on their opinion. Almost everyone I talk to on YouTube hates the sequels or dislikes most of it, and that's fine. I'm here to share why I love these movies. And if you don't, I'm sorry. I think no less of you as a person. I think no more of you as a person. And if you want to give me reasons, if you want me to give you reasons why I think you should love them, I will. But I'm sorry if people don't love Last Jedi. Yes, Last Jedi is awesome. That's how I feel. Favorite Lego Star Wars set. There's the set I made, which was the Star Destroyer. I don't want to unplug my computer and bring it all the way over there, especially because my mic's plugged in. But do I have a picture? I'm gonna go take a picture of it right now so I can show you guys. But yes, my favorite set is the Lego Death Star set. I'll be quick. Okay. I'm going to text myself a picture of my Lego Death Star, and I will put it on StreamYard. So you got to give me a hot sec. All right, let me do this. But yes, my favorite set is easily this Lego Death Star. So let me pull this up. I'm sorry if I get behind in the comments, but I got to do this for myself. I'll answer more comments anytime. Hey, what's up? Well, man, do you have a favorite toy or collectible? There's some stupid things I have. Like I have the solo cups. You watch my collection video. My favorite thing is the solo cups. I have this Praetorian Guard mug. It's kind of cute. I have the goats. Besides Claude, Side Noodles, and Joe Yowza. These things are so stupid. I love them. I love the stupid stuff in Star Wars. That's the best. All right, let's see. Did I get my thing? I did. Okay, here. Let me upload this image real quick. Okay, so back to my favorite item in my collection. That's not my solo cups, and that's something that's not stupid. Like something that's actually I'm really proud of here. You see it? All right. Let me remove the comment. Okay, so my favorite thing is this. If you look, so you can see there's a Venator and a Death Star. And they're obviously miscolored, and that's because I dumped a bucket of pieces, and I built them from scratch. The Venator took me like a week, because you have to gather all the pieces and make sure you have the right ones. That Death Star took me 2 months of actual hours per day trying to build. It took me so many weeks to just find all the pieces and try to find makeshift pieces to build that. And I love that thing so much. Like that's easily the thing that I'm most proud of in my collection. I love that thing so much. I'm gonna go back to the comments. Comments. The force projection reveal is the first time a movie actually made me yell, "Holy shit!" in the theater. You know, fun fact, Last Jedi, when I saw the Leia flying scene, the Carrie Poppins, that's the only time I've ever genuinely been like, watching something. That shocked the hell out of me. I'll never forget the first time I watched Last Jedi. I was never more confused in my life. I like The Last Jedi because, oh god, the finale is not spelled that right, by the way, made Luke a three-dimensional character. In the OG, he was a good character, but has no arc. I disagree with that. But I'm not going to talk about that. But yes, I agree with why you love Last Jedi. The Master, what's up, man? Hey. Have you played Old Republic? No, I have not, and I apologize. I know. I really need to play it. I do. I need to play these games. I do. Maybe if I ever do YouTube full time, I'll do those games. I'm not talking about that. What, 200 subs? I don't even know where I'm at right now. There's no arc, seriously. Hello, I gotta disagree with Michael S. I agree with that. Last Jedi Rise cover, I hated so much. I could see some decent qualities, but I feel like they severely dropped the ball altogether. There are disappointments I have with the movies overall. Force Awakens and Last Jedi are movies I genuinely think are really good movies, and I love them. I love them both very much. Rise of Skywalker is a movie I enjoy very much. I don't think it's a particularly good movie, but I still find lots to enjoy about it. I can like for me, Revenge of the Sith and Rise of Skywalker are both movies I don't think are good movies, but I can love watching them, which is why it's just so nice. You know, it's a good feeling. I feel bad for making you walk around your room to take a photo. No, don't feel bad. You know, I love showing off my Star Wars stuff. You know, I've had these collections and I haven't been able to show them off to people. So the fact that I can show them off on YouTube, it's just a great feeling. What is your Discord? It's not my Discord. I'm on another Discord. I don't think it's my place to just send out links to this Discord. So I'm not going to do that because it's not my Discord. But I am in a few Discords. If you want to tell me your Discord so we can be friends, maybe. Potentially. I'm not going to make any promises, but I would love to talk to people. Impressive, most impressive. Indeed, most impressive. Fuck, marry, kill Princess Leia, Rey, and Padme. Oh, God. These questions get me in trouble. I'd marry Rey or Leia. Probably kill Padme. I guess I'd fuck Princess Leia because, you know, who gets to say they fuck Princess Leia, right? Best hallway scene, Maul, Vader from Rogue One. I've only seen the Maul scene once. I haven't rewatched it, so I need to watch it more. I guess Vader from Rogue One. Oh, it's live action. It's a lot more impressive. Force Awakens did a good job bringing back the good feels. Yeah, I love Force Awakens so much. Heading to bed. May the Force be with you. Thanks, Zaywig. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. I can what? What can I do? I have a very unpopular opinion. I love unpopular opinions. I prefer Last Jedi. Finn in The Last Jedi. And I think his arc is way too fast and early in Force Awakens. That is a very unpopular opinion. I actually made a video on Finn. It's one of my least popular videos. But I basically address why I think Finn in The Force Awakens is so great and why he's not so good in the other twos. I don't know what that is. Foxtrot? Oh man, what? Can you give me a link? You can give out the link to Discord if you want. I'm not going to. But I appreciate that, Longo. Thank you. We have any more questions real quick? Thank you everyone for tuning in, by the way. You know, I've been consistently around 10 people viewing this. I think that 10 people are interested in even watching me is kind of crazy. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate that you're all here. You know, getting to 200 subs has kind of just been a dream. Just the thought of being at 200 subs is kind of a little surreal for me, considering I've wanted to do YouTube for so long, but I just haven't until recently, until 3 months ago when I started again. So yeah, it's nice. And it's just nice to see that I've made so many good friends. You know, the Great Council, you've been a great friend, and so many others. So thank you so much to everyone. There he goes from Stormtrooper to good guy in the first act. It's a little more complicated than that. But I'm not going to argue semantics about Finn's arc in this stream. Check out my video, though. Maybe I can change your mind. What I sent you was you need to put... Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't use Discord. I'm on it, but I don't really use it much. I know, there's so many social media stuff I'm on, and it's complicated to chat with people and stuff. But yeah, I do need to be more tech savvy with all these things. But yeah, I'll look into that. Thank you, though, Master Fortnite. Thank you for supporting me. I really appreciate it. See, anyone else? You know, this stream was fun. I'm glad it was 50 minutes. Maybe I'll go a little longer, see if I can go to an hour. If anyone has last minute questions, or just anything you want me to talk about, love talking. I just love this. You know, I want to stream more. Oh, I just realized I don't have my overlay up. Oops. I paid the money for StreamYards. I might as well use the overlay. Rey and Kylo Ren versus the Praetorian fight is, in my opinion, one of the coolest moments in Star Wars ever. I agree. You know, you see people try to say that fight is poorly choreographed, and they're insane. If you genuinely think that the Last Jedi fight is poorly choreographed, then every fight in Star Wars is poorly choreographed. The filmmaking in that scene is so amazing. You know, just the cinematography of that scene, I love it so much. You're welcome, my friend. Thank you, Master Fortnite. I appreciate it. Finn talking to Janna is one of my favorite parts of Tross. I think Janna and Zori are really just weird characters. They don't really serve a purpose in the story. I feel like there's so much potential with Janna that they just didn't tap into. But oh well. I also read the third after book. I don't know what you're trying to say. What's your Star Wars character minus Palpatine or Kylo? Luke. It used to be Anakin / Vader. I consider them one because it's one story. But Last Jedi made Luke my favorite character. But it's close between Luke and Vader. Besides those two, I would say Kylo, Rey, or Han. And after that, and Ahsoka. And Kanan. After that, I don't really have anyone else. So yeah, there's like Luke and Vader are the top tier. Second tier are those five. And after that, you know, I like a lot of characters. Great alert. What did Nerlot say? Oh, this one. Honestly, when I say Admiral Holdo, I wanted to punch her when I saw it. Yeah, well, I have a Lego Admiral Holdo. Anyone wants to see that? Admiral Holdo. Jesus Christ. She reminded me of that damn special ed teacher. I'm not going to say anything about that. I like how Zori helped give Poe a little bit of hope. So when she shows up later, it's very satisfying. I did like that scene. It's one of the few moments in Rise of Skywalker characters just kind of stop and talk. In those moments where the characters just stop and talk about their feelings and where they are in the story are my favorite scenes usually. So much more interesting to me than those big battles. She was anything but a special ed teacher. Yes, we do. Was that in response to the Luke Skywalker comment earlier? I believe so. Wow, it's so nice to see that there's so many people here. Well, I'll chill. I want to try and get this to over an hour. 5 more minutes. Go, man. Keep it up, bud. I'm going to bounce. Congrats. I'm proud of you. Look forward to working with you, Ambassador. Thank you, Ambassador, for tuning in. It's always good talking to you. I really appreciate the support. And I'll talk to you later, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the watch time, guys. Watch time. I don't do many streams, so my watch time is rather low. I don't really particularly care, but it's nice to get my watch time up. Let me check. Where am I at with sub count right now? I have no clue. 211. Jeez. Thank you, everyone. Where am I? I might leave to RP with my friends. I'm going to end this in 4 minutes. So no worries. Thank you so much again, Master Fortnite. You were there for my Clone Wars streams, and I really appreciate you being here for me today. It's great talking to you. What direction do you want Star Wars to go after sequels? I want to be surprised. I'd love for them to make an animated series post Rise of Skywalker, just because I love the characters and I love the era. But yeah, that's something I'd like to see. But besides that, I just want to be surprised. I want there to be unique stories, and I want them to go away from the characters we know, unless it's that animated story post Rise of Skywalker. Favorite Clone Wars arc? Umbara, Mortis, or Siege of Mandalore. Yeah, I haven't watched the old Clone Wars in a while. I need to rewatch them. But my favorite, if I can count the ending of Rebels as an arc, I might choose that. I love the ending of Rebels so much. Which duel do you like most, Rey and Finn versus Kylo, or Rey versus? That's a hard one. I'd say the Force Awakens one. I don't know. Seeing Rey take the lightsaber for the first time is a great scene. I like that. I love the scene where she holds it out, just like that. Beautiful scene. So I'd say the Force Awakens one. I'm gonna go as it's 4 a.m. in England. I am surprised you would stay up to 4 a.m. watching me, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. But you need to stream more, man. I do want to stream more, and maybe I will. In a few weeks, though, I'm not gonna have this set up anymore. I'm gonna be somewhere else for 2 months. But maybe after that, I'll go back to streaming. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for staying up late to watch me. I really appreciate it. It's just nice, It's nice seeing people are willing to watch my channel. So thank you so much. I really appreciate all of you guys. I have to go, but see ya and keep it up. Thanks for the stream. I was also on Star Wars Only stream. I need to read the comments on Star Wars Only stream. There's like 100 people watching at once. There's way too many comments. Kylo and Rey and Rise of Skywalker are better. Okay, peace. Thank you for watching, Michael. I really appreciate it. Always a pleasure seeing your positivity, and I love the energy you bring to my channel. So thank you, Michael. All right. I'm gonna hop off in a minute and a half. I honestly just want to go over an hour, just so it shows over an hour. Any final questions or comments from anyone before I bounce? I'm such a loser, aren't I? Also, I really need to shave. I need a haircut too. Look at this. I look terrible. I actually just realized I don't even need my headset right now. I'm not listening to anything. Oh well. I guess that's it. 9 viewers. All right. Thank you. I still have another minute before I bounce. Any last comments or questions? I guess I'll plug my own channel before I leave. This Sunday, I'll be making a video about Rey's introduction scene in The Force Awakens. Because I do genuinely believe it's the best scene in the movie. So if you're interested in seeing more content about Rey, sorry, I just burped. Kind of gross. If you're interested in seeing more content about Rey, then be sure to go check that out when it's up on Sunday. And I believe that's it, everyone. It's nice doing these little streams. Maybe if I have more people, I'll do them. I really like talking to you guys, and I really appreciate everyone who tuned in. Just to support me. Every little ounce of support really means a lot to me. And I'm so grateful that I have even the smallest audience that likes to enjoy my content. I love you all. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you to everyone who watches me. If I never gained a single subscriber again, and I had this base continue supporting me, I would still do YouTube. I just love the friends I've made. I love the people I communicate with, and I love just the energy from certain people in this community. And together, we can make the Star Wars community a really great place again. So thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm gonna head out now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know, my usual plugs. Follow me on Twitter at the Goldman25. If this was a video essay, my name would have popped up here, but it's not. So go follow me on at the Goldman25. And yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to unite the Claude Squad. I'll see you guys next time. Good night. Thank you.